Good evening, everybody. It's just gone 5:15. It is a Friday evening, and of course, now that means just one thing. It's time for another edition of my brand new series, Freeplay Friday. This is where I play whatever I'm playing at the moment, offline, online, for you guys as part of a Friday night stream. For the next 45 minutes or so, going to be playing essentially the game that has caught my eye over the last couple of weeks. And boy, has this game caught my eye over the last couple of weeks. I have been playing the heck out of this. This is a really fun game. Something I didn't think I needed in my life. And as soon as it landed on my device this week, I just can't get enough of it. So if you don't know what it is so far, here's a small clue. Here's the, well, normally this is where I put the box art up. Here's the icon. Yeah, any clues yet? No? This is a game called Outlanders. It's a town building simulation game. I think that's what they're officially calling it. It's from a group of guys called Pomelo Games that are based out of Uruguay, I think. In South America, so hello to anybody from there that's watching today. It's really fun. It's on Apple Arcade, so if you've got a Mac or an iPad or an iPhone or an Apple TV, I think as well, you can get hold of this. It's part of their monthly subscription. And the great thing is as well, a lot of the time when you buy a new Apple device at the moment, they give you like a free trial of Apple Arcade, so you can try it out and have a go at this. We bought a laptop in the house a couple of maybe about a month or so ago. Totally forgot that we had this free subscription, and that's where I stumbled across this. I was browsing through the Apple Arcade listings the other day, and this one caught my eye. I do love a good town building simulation. I've played SimCity tons in my life. I was going to say my career. I've not played SimCity in my career. I've played loads of SimCity. I've played City Skylines as well. But this just takes it down to a different pace. It's very kind of settlers, kind of building a civilization. I don't know. We'll get into the gameplay in just a second. But yeah, Outlanders is the game today as part of Freeplay Friday. It's the game that I've been playing all week long. Every evening, as soon as I sign off from here and make some dinner, and then afterwards I just sit on the sofa, and I've been playing this all week. So yeah, we'll get into the gameplay in just a second. If you are watching live today, though, I would love to hear from you. Tell me what you're up to this Friday evening. Tell me what you think of the game. Tell me what you think of the episode. Tell me what you think of anything you want. Why not? You can get involved by dropping a message in the live chat. Just tap that live chat button on YouTube, and you can say hello to me. And everybody else who's watching as well. We can all have a nice little fun time together. A little fun Friday evening club in the live chat. Mario and Luigi are in there already. Look at that. All the stars watch this stream. And of course, don't forget, if you enjoyed the video at all, make sure you tap that thumbs up. Give it an almighty like. And make sure you get subscribed to the channel for more like this. Loads of different games on the go at the moment. Get subscribed, turn those notifications on, and then you get the little daily notification about what is going on. And you can tune in every day, Monday to Friday at 5:15. Ooh, I'm just going to lift my microphone up a little bit. There we go. Right. So yeah, should we get into the gameplay? Why not? This is, as I say, it's this game called Outlanders. It's available on Apple Arcade, so Mac, iPad, iPhone. I'm playing it on the Mac at the moment just because it's easier to get it to you guys to be able to view. Yeah, okay. So I've been playing this for a few days, and so I've got quite far in it. There's quite a few different levels in it, but let me just show you what's going on here. So here we are on the level select screen. So there's a few different, the art style in this is so lovely. It's so lovely. I love the art style in this. There are so many levels and objectives and stuff that you can try out. So there's like a tutorial that just kind of teaches you about how the gameplay mechanics work. We've got then various different levels, and obviously as the levels progress, the objectives get a bit harder, and you're time limited, or you're only allowed to use a certain number of people, or your resources are a little scarce. So there's loads of different objectives. I believe they updated this not so recently as well, actually, and added a load of extra levels. Oh, there we go. I've gone too far. They've got 17 levels on at the moment. As you can see, these are all locked because I've not unlocked these yet. I think, what am I on at the moment? In my own time, I'm on level 10. But I'm going to scroll it back today. I'm going to do an earlier level for you guys because I want to do one that I actually know what I'm doing. So we're going to do this one level 4 in a minute. They've also got a sandbox mode, which is awesome. I haven't actually touched that yet, but I'm assuming, just by the very nature of the name sandbox, you can just kind of do your own thing in here and kind of just play the game with no set rules, no set limits. I assume the same kind of mechanics will work. You'll see in a minute that your followers, as they call them, will die if you don't feed them, and if you don't give them homes, they'll be very unhappy. So I guess those rules apply, but I guess you don't have the same limits that the objectives do in the kind of campaign, as it were. But yeah, we're going to do this one. We're going to do level 4 again, which is the people that follow Jebediah, a very serious man. He has some very interesting ideas with some truly interested followers. His town is home to a very peculiar festival. And I'd love to be able to play this whole scenario with you today, but some of these games, some of the levels take a while, so I don't know if we'll get through the whole thing, but the ending cutscene in this is amazing. So I'm going to say start again and restart a brand new level. Excited. Evening to Super Pikmin Bros, who says hi in the chat. Hello. Say hello if you're watching, everybody. Get involved. Let's do this. Okay, so Jebediah is our leader, and the scenario is called The Wicker Bread Man. The festival is upon us. We have 100 days to build the idol. This is an intimate and sacred ritual. We should exercise restraint. So our main mission that we've got to complete in this level, we've got to finish the Wicker Bread Man in less than 100 days. And our optional objective is to keep the population under 14. 14 people in a town. That's a close town, isn't it? So let's get into it. We've unlocked some various building parts, I guess, versus the last level. So we've unlocked wheat fields, which allow us to grow wheat, used to make bread. And we've unlocked the windmill, which we use to mill wheat into flour. And we've unlocked the bakery, which produces bread from wheat. Yum! So that's cool. I'm just going to hit pause and scroll around. So this is our town. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to hit pause. I'm just going to let it play for a little bit. And we're just gonna explore the town. Because all the maps for each level are different as well. They've got different biomes. They've got different kind of areas that you can build and areas that you can't build. So obviously in this map we've got this area where the town is here. We've got a nice little forest, and we've got a big clearing down here where there's a little building site. So let's just scroll into this. This is where we are going to build the Wicker Bread Man to complete the scenario. So in 100 days we've got to complete this Wicker Bread Man. It takes 20 logs and 90 loaves of bread. Yeah, basically we've got to get the resources down to this neck of the woods, literally, and put together the Wicker Bread Man before our 100 days is up. Where to start then? This is our town so far, so let's just explore some of the areas around the map. So this is obviously the day. We've got a pause button. We can fast forward to make things go 5 times fast, like every simulation game. This is our happiness up the top. So our followers are currently 53% happy with us. We currently have enough houses to house 6 people, which is just as well because we have 2 kids and we have 4 adults in the camp. So we're pretty much packed to the rafters at the moment. We ain't got any more room at the inn. So we probably need to start building some houses actually soon. We have got some notifications that pop up here. So at the moment we've got 2 followers that are unemployed. So we need to find some jobs for them. And then at the bottom we've got this menu bar where we've got some options in here, which are a bit boring. It just takes us back to the menu. Continue. We've got a recycle option, which allows us to essentially tell our builders to delete things, and it all happens in time. It's not like in some games you say, oh, let's build this, let's build some houses here, and you've they just appear instantly. But in this, you've actually got to have the followers go and build the houses and get the wood to build them. So it's all in real time. So if I was to say, like, yeah, I don't really want this bit of path here, let's recycle it. It's like programmed for deletion, but it's going to take a builder, who is Mary, to come and actually delete that, to pack it up. Here's Mary, look. She's coming now. She's coming for it. And she's got a little rake out to take the path out. We've wasted a day totally here, haven't we? Down here we've got the progress, where we can check how we're doing against the objectives. So just to remind us that it takes 100 days to finish the Wicker Bread Man. We've got the build menu, where we build things. We'll have a look at that in a minute. We've got our decrees. Now these are quite interesting. You're allowed to declare, because we are, in this scenario, we are Jebediah. We are allowed to declare that our followers must do these things. These are the laws of the land. So we can declare any of these three, and these change between scenarios, and they stay active for 3 game days before we can, like, cancel them. So we can say to our followers, you must work harder. But of course, while that'll speed things up, it'll make them unhappy. We can make them, I love this one, hands off. Followers will keep to themselves, resulting in less children being born, but they won't be happy about it. So that's quite handy in this scenario, because if we want to keep the population below 14, obviously if we're hovering around the 12, 13 mark, we don't want any more babies, so we might need to use that a little bit. The opposite one to that, of course, is love each other. And then, what else have we got? Oops. The other option down here is stats, which just basically allows us to keep an eye on all of our stats. Like any simulation game, it's all based on stats, isn't it? So we can keep track of our happiness and our population here, see how happy everybody is, see how well fed everybody is, check to see, make sure people are employed and whatnot. So these all come up here. And then this is our resources. So our resources in the game are totaled up here. So we've got like wood, we've got planks of wood, we've got stone, mushrooms, tomatoes, wheat, flour, bread. I don't think we'll have any of the others in this scenario. No, these are all in other scenarios. So yeah, top 8 we're looking at here. But we need to keep track of these because they take up room in our stockpile, which is here. This muddy brown pile of tomatoes and logs. So this is where they keep all their things. You know what? We better get into it, haven't we? I've explained that much. So we've got 2 unemployed people. It would make sense to get them employed and find them something to do. And I suggest, given that the scenario requires us to bake a lot of bread, I reckon we need to get the bakery firing on all cylinders, don't we? And probably get a farm up with some wheat. The only trouble is, I think the farm takes up so much space that we're probably going to have to clear some trees first. Oh my goodness, so much to do. Let's start with a lumberjack's cabin, actually, then, and let's get rid of some trees. So I'm going to put this relatively centrally so that we can get all the trees in it, but then equally so that it won't get in the way when it comes to actually putting the farm down. So does that go there? Yeah, it does. So the lumberjack's cabin takes 6 logs, of which we've handily got 6 logs in the stockpile. It's almost like we planned it. So I need to assign some more builders, so they'll just do this automatically, but those 2 unemployed people were John Marr and Benjamin. And there you can see, now they're just grabbing logs and they're going to build the little lumberjack's cabin. It's awesome. Okay, I think we're going to have a bit of a food crisis here in a minute as well, because we've only got 4 tomatoes in the stockpile and a loaf of bread from the bakery, and now the bakery has stopped making food because it's run out of wheat. So we need to, I think we need to build some other means of food. Now you can see there's loads of little mushrooms and stuff all around the place, so we could actually build a little forager's hut. And if we put that here, I love a little whistle. If I say yes to that, they can build that. Of course, my predicament now is that we've used all of the logs to build the lumberjack's cabin, which means I've got no logs left to build the forager's hut. Or whatever it is, the forager's hut, yeah. So we're actually going to have to wait until these guys have put together the lumberjack's cabin before we can actually build the forager's hut. Oh man, we're going to be waiting ages. They're going to be starving. In fact, actually, is that a decree? Oh no. Sometimes you get a decree where you can like tell people to ration their food. But we have no such thing here. Okay, everyone's just going to have to chill out for a bit and not eat too much. There are only 4 tomatoes and a loaf of bread to go between us. I should have probably built the forager's hut first. Oh, this is awkward. Yeah, we're running out of food. Oops. Okay, we can't really do much else now until we've got that up and running. All I can do, actually, I guess I can just get the builders to tidy up town a bit. I'm just going to get rid of some of this path. And I might make the stockpile a bit bigger, actually. Oh, we didn't go through the buildings, did we? So we can build roads, we can build stockpiles, so we can extend, like, where we can store things. Roads just make it faster for the followers to walk around town. And you can see on this little symbol down here, these are what resources it takes for us to make these things. And this just means it takes an hour of manpower to do this. We can obviously make a forager's hut, which we've already done. It takes 3 logs. We can make a lumberjack's base, a lumberjack's cabin, which is just a bigger version of that. It has a bigger radius, as you saw from earlier. We can get a quarry, which we can use to break these big piles of stone up into usable rocks. Then we've got a sawmill that can turn our logs into usable planks that we can use to then build things like the farm. So we're going to need that actually soon, aren't we? And then these are going to be key for us in order to make some more bread. We need a windmill to turn wheat into a flour, and we need a bakery to turn flour into bread. So I reckon late game we're going to have to like ramp up the bakeries and the windmills in order to get a load of things for the wicker bread man. And if we wanted to, we could build another builder's house. This is just essentially where all the workers kind of hang out. So we can only have I think we can only have 4 workers per builder's house. So if we wanted to have more than 4, we would have to build another one of those. And then we've got actual houses where people live. So we said that we needed to build some more of these. So we can either have a modest house to house 4 people, or we can have a nice house to house 6. They take planks or logs. And then we've got different types of farms as well. So tomato farms make tomatoes, obviously, which we can use to feed people. That's what this symbol means. And wheat fields obviously make wheat, which we need to make into flour, into bread. So we might need a couple of farms, actually. Maybe a tomato farm and a wheat farm. So much to do. I'm going to speed things up, actually, because we're waiting on the progress of this lumberjack cabin. And they also don't do things at night. Again, like a good simulation game, the people have to go to sleep. So they go to sleep at night, and then come dawn, they wake up again and get back on with their jobs. So here they are. Here's, was it John Marr and somebody or other? Mary in there? Doing that. There we go. Right, we've got a lumberjack's cabin. So let's employ some people in the lumberjack's cabin. In order to get some trees cut down. So I'm going to make 3 positions available here, and then I'm going to let go 3 of the builders. So now we've got 3 people that should automatically start work at the lumberjack's cabin. There we go. So they're going to just chop down all the trees in a random order in that area. And obviously trees, just like in real life, make logs. And then also, where I went into the building menu, didn't I, to get some more stockpile. I'm just going to extend that a little bit there. And stockpile's quite good, because stockpile you can just, like, sneak into all the little nooks and crannies that are on the map. I'll put a bit more there, actually. It's always good to have some more stockpile. And what's her name? Mary. Where's Mary gone? Mary's just drifted off. She's just She's just having a bit of a moment to herself. She's having a stretch in the mountains. Come on, Mary. Pick it up, Mary. Oh, man. So the bakery is empty at the moment because we haven't got any wheat. We literally have no food now, do we? This could be the shortest game I've played yet, actually. Totally dropped the bomb on the food situation. As soon as we get 3 logs, actually, which we'll have in a second, I'm going to tell Mary to get on with the forager's hut. There we go. I'm going to prioritize that. And there, she is on it already. Look, Mary is on it. She's carrying them logs to the forager's hut. The forager's hut is a kind of an early game way of us getting some food. There'll be like a radius circle that comes out from there, and it'll basically mean anybody who works at the forager's hut goes and picks mushrooms or fruit from the trees that we can use as food. Chop chop. So sorry, in the live chat, James says happy Friday. He's popped today's emojis of the day in there. What have we got today? We've got a pizza slice. I think that's because James is making pizzas tonight, as he does every Friday. And he's got an axe. And is that a town hall or something? I don't know. That's cool. And Aaron says, it's very topical for the day. Anybody who's watching this stream after today won't get this at all. Aaron says, read the resources and understand them. Read them and understand them. There you go. And good evening to Jackie Weaver if you're watching today's stream. That's had me in stitches all day today. Right, come on. Chop chop, guys. Literally, we need to get some more logs on Forager's Hut. I think this is why I've fallen in love with this game as well, actually. It's such a nice paced game. It's just, it fits the bill for me of a nice kind of chill on an evening, watch a bit of TV, and then just sit with this on my lap and just kind of, there's no real stress about it. Well, apart from when all your followers start dying because they've got no food. But there's no kind of real stress to it. It's just quite nice and chilled, and it's the soundtrack's lovely as well. If I'm not watching TV, I'll just listen to the little banjos going off. But it's awesome. And as well, I don't know if this is true of all Apple Arcade games as well, but I've found it works on this. The saves sync across your devices as well. So, like playing this on my Mac right now, but I could go downstairs with my iPad later and pretty much play the same game. Obviously, I'm playing with a keyboard and a mouse at the moment, but it works quite well. This one does in particular on a touchscreen as well. Which is awesome. I actually found myself playing it on my phone in bed as well. Playing it on my phone in bed, not in my phone on bed. Right. Mary, our trusted builder, is getting on with the forager's hut, isn't she? She's on it now. I think as soon as she's built the forager's hut, we are going to lose one of our lumberjacks. Oh, hang on. We've got 2 Marys. Have we got 2 Marys? Who'd have thought it? There are 6 people in this town and 2 of them have the same name. Okay, the forager's hut is finished. So, Mary Lumberjack. She wasn't really cutting it out as a lumberjack, I've got to admit. So, we're going to employ her as our forager. So, she is essentially going to roam the forest looking for mushrooms. Here she comes. I don't know, she's still got her axe with her. I don't know why. But she's just going to go around patrolling for mushrooms around the trees. The one thing as well you've got to watch out for is, of course, because we want mushrooms to feed the people, but we also need some wood to build buildings. But if we take the wood away, the trees away, the mushrooms won't grow. So you've got to make sure that you don't kind of, I guess in like, just like in real life, you've got to make sure you don't abuse your natural resources. You've got to look after them and make sure that they work in perfect harmony. Yeah. So, which is why our foragers area is like over here and our lumberjack area is over here. Yeah, they've got a bit of an overlap, but The lumberjacks won't chop down any of this stuff, will they? So we know that Mary the forager will have all of this stuff to constantly kind of pick. And I think the mushrooms and fruit grow back over time as well, which is quite cool. I think the trees grow back as well, but not as often as you would think. So weirdly, our happiness rating is at 93%, despite us having literally no food. I don't know what they're eating. I think they're either eating logs or stone, because we have absolutely nothing. It says here that one person is not very well fed. Awkward. We need Mary the forager to get on with it, don't we? Really, I'm hoping that she's gonna turn this into a big pile of lovely mushrooms. You know what? Actually, I've just had a thought. It's all about balance, this as well. I'm gonna take Benjamin out of the lumberjack's cabin, and I'm gonna pop him in the forager's hut as well, because I can't really do anything with the wood, can I? If everybody dies, so we might as well get everybody on food. I think. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get the other Mary in on this as well, because we've got nothing else to build. Mary, you're called up to forage. So we've got two kids as well. Kids are a bit useless, just like in real life. They hog all your resources, they take up all the room in your houses, but they don't give anything to society whatsoever. You got to wait for them to grow into adults, which takes at least a week in the game, I think. But when they become adults, you can employ them and enslave them, and they can forage and chop wood as well. So it's just a waiting game, really, for Madeline here. I love the little bios it gives as well. Madeline, 12 years old, can burp her friends' names. I love how it says friends, plural. There's only one other kid in the world, Caleb. And Caleb thinks that girls are boring. So I don't know how they're getting on with each other. But it wouldn't work if you know what I mean. Oh, this is good. Our little pile of mushrooms is growing. We've now got 5 mushrooms and an orange. 6 mushrooms and an orange. Oh, we will be eating like kings this evening. Like very poor kings, but kings nonetheless. I love how this is Jebediah as well. Jebediah just roams the world doing absolutely nothing. He's got this massive house, but he does absolutely nothing. You know, you'd think in a real world situation, if your town only contained like 6 or 7 people, you'd think the leader would actually get a bit stuck in, you know. I've got a lot of spare time on my hands. You know what? I'll get in the bakery. I'll knead the dough. No. Jebediah, he just roams. I don't know if he eats, actually. He might fast, and therefore he doesn't contribute to the food situation. Oh, goodness. The mushrooms didn't last long, did they? Day 5, night 5, and we've already run out of mushrooms again. Ugh. This is not good. Come on, we need some action, guys. Come on. I think it also makes a change from all the other kind of town and city builders as well, that money doesn't really play a part in this. It's not about money at all. It's about actual tangible things like wood, stone, food. I think I quite like that. I love a good resource management game. Oh, hang on. Our lumberjack friend is now putting wood in the food storage area, and it's now like full. We're going to have to build more food storage, aren't we? Which will be a bit of an issue because we sacked Mary the builder, didn't we? So John Ma, the lumberjacker, is now going to become our builder. And he'll have to build us some more stockpile area. Jebediah is just like, tasty mushrooms. Come on, come on, come on. Where's old John Ma with the stockpile? barking. He's down here, isn't he? It's night time. He's gone home. Okay. Right, he's going to come over here now. There we go. He's working on that. That's good. We need the space now. Good news is, though, that we actually had some food left over overnight. So that's good. We'll keep that going. We have quite a large area now, don't we? Quite a large clearing from here that we could probably end up putting a farm now. So we can lay the farm out, and then we have to decide what crops the farm is going to grow. So I might put the farm there. There's still a few trees that we need to chop down, but that's fine. It'll take time, because it does actually take 3 logs and 6 planks. We haven't got any way of getting planks yet. So I'm just going to do a bit of forward planning. I'm going to pop that there for now. So we need some means of getting planks, don't we? So let's build ourselves a sawmill. We've definitely got the materials for this, because it just needs plain logs for this. So I'm going to put this here, I think. Yeah. Oh, no, I can't. Because it's like half in someone's house. I'm going to put it there. Okay, and then I think we need to get priority on this, because as much as these mushrooms and the fruit are going to keep the guys going for a bit, I think we properly need to get the farm up and running. And I think when it comes to farming, I think we'll we can decide which kind of crops we want to build around the farm, or lay around the farm. I think we'll go half tomatoes, because they're a good source of food, and then half wheat, or maybe 60-40 tomatoes to wheat, because obviously we need wheat to make bread, which is good food, and we need it to complete the objective down at the Wicker Man. Sorry, the Wicker Bread Man. But we also need food to keep the people happy. So we'll go for some tomatoes as well. We are going to have a slight issue soon. Not for a while, actually, when all the mushrooms have gone from this area. But that's okay. They can just keep doing that for now. We're in no rush on the time limit. I mean, hey, I normally do these streams only for like 3/4 of an hour, so we're on a time limit for that. But we've got 100 days to go, haven't we? So we've still got like 93 days to go in game. He needs 3 more logs and then a bit of manual labour. Oh, there we go. Look, one of the kids has grown up. So let's employ them as a builder. It's Caleb. Oh, that's good news. So Caleb can help John Mar now build the lumberjack sawmill. It's the little hammering. I love that. Lovely stuff. Right, okay. They've done that. I'm going to get them to prioritise that stockpile as well. And then let's get one of these guys in the sawmill, actually. Let's get John Mar on that. Because in order to build the farm, we need 3 logs, which we've got plenty of, and we need 6 planks. So let's get them sawn down. Oh, we haven't actually got anybody doing lumberjacking anymore, have we? I tell you what, no, we'll wait until these guys have gathered all the resources, all the mushrooms and the fruit. Oh, our other, our lady, our girl child has grown to be an adult. Oh, so she could be a lumberjack. Or a lumberjill. Is that a thing? Madeline the lumberjill. Wake up. Here she comes. She's got a nice little straw hat on. The good news is, look at that. The happiness rating's up. We've got 100% happiness now. Everybody is positively grinning. They're well fed on a diet of mushrooms and oranges. They've all got jobs. They've all got a house as well, which is good. We're probably going to have to think about that, though, because when our followers are happy, they have babies. And if we were to have a baby right now, that would push us over our housing limit, wouldn't it? It'd put us to 7. So, might need to think about popping a house somewhere. I'm going to wait to try and get this farm built first, actually, though. Tell you what, let's take... Madeline can come out of the lumberjack's office for a minute. Lumberjack's office. Cabin. And she can work in the... She can work in the sawmill as well, because we need the planks, don't we? How many more planks do we need? 4 more planks. I think we've only got 1 in the stock. Oh, he's just taking it. So they need 3 more planks, which we'll get tomorrow morning. Easy. Oh, look at that pile of mushrooms. Now we've got so many mushrooms. We've got more mushrooms than Mario. That's the thing. And it does look, in her first day on the job as a lumberjack, Madeline did cut down one of the trees that was going to block our way to having a decent little farm. So that's cool as well. Right, here we go. Where's our builder man? John Ma. Oh, he's just getting a little bit of mushroom breakfast. Here he comes. I get so attached to these people. Okay, 1 more plank we need, and here it is. Right, I'm going to now sack Madeline from the sawmill. Pop her back in as... I'm going to pop her in as a builder, actually. She's a woman of many talents. And then her and John Ma can get to work on our farm. How many planks have we got going? 2. Planks are going to be useful, actually, because we're going to need planks for more houses. Yeah, we need 6 planks for another nice house. The good thing about this particular scenario, actually, because it's got that optional limit, the optional objective of have no more than 14 followers, we don't actually need that much housing. We can get away, actually, with another nice house with 6 in. To match this one, and a modest house. In fact, actually, we should have built the modest house already, because that just takes logs, and we've got loads of logs. Yeah, actually. Caleb, you're sacked from the sawmill. You're going to become a builder, my friend. Let's prioritise the farm, because we need that. And then I'm going to pop a little normal house, a modest house. Where should we have this? These are quite, because these are just little 2x2s, these are quite easy to just pop anywhere, really. You just got to think about where their entry to the path will be. I might put it here, because this is going to be a bit of a dead end down here, isn't it? So, yeah. So once they've built the farm, they will all get on to build the modest house. I have a feeling we're going to have a baby any second. I can feel it in the waters. So, yeah, the sooner they can come up and whip that up, the better. Actually, before they build the house, we'd better get on with the tomato field as well, haven't we? So I said I was going to do, like, half or 60-40. So the farms service an area around the building. They service, like... a 9x9 grid, so I could build, like, out here, these could be tomatoes, or this could be tomatoes, obviously not the area where the trees are, because that won't grow. What I'll do, actually, I'll go for that. So we'll go 2/3, eventually when we've cleared these trees, we'll go 2/3 tomatoes, and then we'll go 1/3 wheat. I know it's not technically 2/3 because the farm building takes up 9 squares, but you know what I mean. So the builders actually need to build the field as well. So as soon as they finish on the farm, we'll get on with that. It doesn't matter so much. I know I keep going on about how if we have a baby, then we'll run out of housing. It doesn't matter so much. It'll just make the happiness level go down a little bit. And somebody will just end up sleeping out in the open. I don't know why they don't just like sleep in the farm building or something like that. I guess that's too sensible. But yeah, so they're going to till the land and make it farmable. There we go. So let's, I'm now going to sack one of the foragers because there's so many of these now, aren't there? Mary, the forager, she's now going to work on the farm. So she's got a B.Tech in food production, I think. That's how she's got her job at the foraging centre. So it transfers well to the farm. Okay, it's going to take her a while to do that. So while she's doing that, I'm also going to prioritise that. And hopefully they might do a little bit of that as well. But as I say, I have a feeling we're going to get a little pitter-patter of tiny follower feet any second now. We've had such happiness for so long. Which is a bit worrying if they're having babies, because everybody lives in the one house at the moment. Apart from Jebediah. Okay, so Mary Farmer is on it with the tomato seeds. We're starting building this house. That's good. Get it up, get it up. There we go. Lovely. Right, okay, so now we've got housing capacity for 10 people, which is awesome. So we've got a bit of a buffer now. I do, some of the scenarios can get quite intense in terms of what you got to do and how, you know, how many buildings you got to build and managing it all. So sometimes if I'm playing it up here in an evening or something, I will have on the screen over here, I'll have like a spreadsheet on the go. But I won't show you that, guys. I have a little boring spreadsheet for playing the game. It just calculates like how many houses I need for my population, and then, you know, if I have a baby born, it'll tell me, oh, you're going to run out of houses soon, I need to build another house. It's a bit geeky, but that is me. I'm going to take Mary out of the forager's hut, and I'm going to put her on the farm as well, because we need to ramp up production on the farm. It's taken the other Mary a whole day to plant 5 tomato plants. And I've got to be honest, Mary, that's not good enough. We need more tomatoes. So hopefully now, Mary and Mary should be able to plant a whole field in the space of a day now. Fingers crossed. We'll need to get the builders, actually, to build some more buildable areas, won't we? I think they're going to get onto that in the morning. But look, I mean, already it's going to be day 13 now, isn't it? And we haven't actually made any progress towards the scenario yet. we haven't even made any wheat to put into a windmill, to put into the bakery, to make bread. So we've got a lot to do, haven't we? This is, as I said, this is where we've got to build everything. We're doing okay for the logs. We've got a good source of logs coming, and we've got plenty of trees that we'll be able to chop down in due course. But it's the bread, isn't it, at the moment, that's a bit of an issue at the moment. James says I'm addicted to spreadsheets. Oh yeah, I am. Don't you know it, James? Oh, we've had a baby! Oh, that's the weird thing. The babies just like pop out and then like they're instantly like kids. So this is Karen, who is apparently 0 years old. Karen thinks boys are yucky. I'm with you, girl. So we'll keep an eye on Karen. She'll just roam around for the time being, and then. Oh, the birth of Karen has meant that Mary, one of the Marys, has moved out into another house. I did wonder how the game would handle that. I thought it might have put Karen in the house on her own. Clever. Okay, right, the builders have stopped building because there's nothing else for them to build. So let's transfer them, let's transfer 2 of them to the lumberjack's cabin. So let's go John, Ma and Caleb. And Madeline, she used to work at the sawmill, so let's get her in there. And chop up some logs. And then once Mary and Mary have finished planting all the tomato seeds, we can then make a field for some wheat. I don't want to make them do wheat just yet because I don't want them to get distracted. If they get distracted, they'll stop growing tomatoes. Oh, look at that! We've got some tomato plants now. So I don't know how many days it takes for tomatoes to grow from seed to fruit, but they are steadily converting from seeds into plants. And then I think they go through another stage, and then another stage with flowers, and then I think you get actual tomatoes. So in this state, we don't have to do anything with them, actually. We can literally wait until they've seeded this whole field, and then we can sack them off from the farm and just re-employ them when the tomatoes are sprouted. I'm sure there's probably some farmers' union that's against that, but not in this game, they're not. What's happened with all the logs? Oh, they're up here. Of course they are. The one thing I kind of wish... I don't know, as I said earlier, there might be somebody from the developers might stumble across this video and they might go, oh, interesting. If the developers are watching, I'd love to have this feature implemented. Here we go, this is my official request. Can we make it so that stockpiles can be like denoted to pile one particular thing, or like we can switch things on and off from them? For example, this stockpile, I don't really want the logs going up here. I'd rather the logs came down here, because then it means that Madeline's only got to wander over the road to go and get the logs. Whereas when the lazy lumberjacks pop them up here, she's got to wander halfway across the world to go and get them. So if we could make it so that we could like click on the stockpiles and like grey out certain things that we don't want to collect here, that would be cool. That would be my idea for future enhancements. I'm sure I've got loads more actually, I'll have a think. I might make a spreadsheet about them. Nah, just a list will do. Okay, the tomato seeding is going well. I think we will... I'm going to get the wheat field ready, so I'm going to go full-on wheat field for this area. I'm going to prioritise that, not that there's anything else to do. And we're going to have to re-employ some builders. So, I'm going to keep Benjamin the forager, he's doing good. I'm going to take the lumberjacks off. Actually, we'll keep one lumberjacker. Madeline's actually redundant at the moment, because she's got no logs to chop. So they can start tilling that land, and then that should time nicely, actually, with Mary and Mary, our farmers, needing something new to do. There's only one square of tomato field left to plant. Although, actually, I think we'll be able to designate this as a tomato field now, because they've chopped down the tree that was there. Oh, we've had another baby! We've had another baby! Here he is, it's Mac. Mac is 0 years old and never wants to grow up. Good luck with that one, Mac. So just like the kids age up to adults, actually, the adults do age as well. And I think when they eventually get to a certain age, which I think off the top of my head is either 70 or 80, they obviously depart the world and we lose them, which is rather sad. As I say, I get quite attached to some of these guys. So we're okay at the moment. Benjamin's 48. Mary is 47. This Mary is 46. She's had a tough life, apparently. It's all that lumberjacking. Who else have we have got? John Ma, he's 44. So I think our population is okay at the moment. Oh, he's 24. Oh, yeah, we had those 2 kids, didn't we, that grew up. Our population is alright at the moment. They're not aging. But it's one thing to consider, especially in this level where we've got that cap of 14 residents. You know, at some point, all these guys that are like 47, 48, they are going to croak it, and we're going to need to have a new generation, which is why you need to make sure you've always got some kids, actually. Because there's the decree here, isn't there, to say, hands off, no more children, please. Well, that's fine, but when all your elderly population go, and you've got nobody else, you're a bit screwed, then. Okay, I really want the lumberjack guy. Who is it? Caleb. I really want him to take these trees down that are blocking the farm. Because if he does that, then we can build some more farm area and we can get some more tomatoes. Oh, there we go. That's another thing I want to ask the developers. Hello again, developers. Pomelo Games. Good game, by the way. 5 stars. Can we make it so that, just like we can prioritize things to build, can we make it to prioritize, like, trees, please? Like, click on a tree and say prioritize the tree. And then Caleb... Oh, he's heard me. He's heard me. He's here, look. That would be awesome. Thanks. More as and when I get them. Okay. Our builders have almost built all this field. What do we need then? We need windmills. And we've already got a bakery, but we've got no flour. So, once the wheat becomes wheat, we need to turn it into flour. So we need a windmill on standby. Windmill requires 6 stone and 11 planks. We have got 0 stone at the moment. Or I might have 1, actually. 1 random one. So we're going to need a quarry. So let's get a quarry built. So we've got to place quarries near these stone piles. These, like, grey piles around the map. This one's quite a big one, actually. Let's put it there. Because that'll get that little one and that big one. That should give us enough. So I'm going to say yes to that. Have they finished doing that? Pretty much, haven't they? Let's prioritise building of that. And then we'll also get a little stockpile nearby. And again, this is, as I said earlier, in my request to developers, I'd love it to be able to say to the quarry workers, this is where you're going to put your stone. Just pop it there, thanks. I think they will anyway, by default, because it's the closest one. But efficiency-wise, it would make sense to pop all your stone here, wouldn't it? Rather than cart it over here into the middle of the village. However, just like in the log example, I wanted them to put them in the middle, didn't I? So it works both ways. So all the builders are on this. We need 4 more logs. And then a little bit of hard graft to get this over the line. James says I need to assign Mac to hard labour as soon as possible. Is that because he didn't want to grow up? How do we find him, actually? How do we have to click his house? There we go. He lives in the modest house. Yeah, he's 1 year old now. Sorry, Mac, you're growing up. I don't know how this works. Apparently he's sleeping. Looks to me like he's running across the field, but yeah. I get the picture. So actually, there's 4 people living here now, isn't there? Oh, there's like full-on law and like story against this. So I wonder if Mac belongs to like John Ma and Madeline, or maybe Mary and John Ma. I don't know. And then in this house, we've got a couple of rooms now. So Caleb and Karen must be the kids of Mary and Benjamin. Oh, actually, Caleb's an adult, isn't he? Caleb's like 20 odd years old. I don't know why. I love how Jebediah's like tiptoeing around the world. So we're still living off our supply of mushrooms and oranges. But that's not going to last for a while. Last forever, is it? Thankfully, I think we're only a day or 2 away from having a field full of tomatoes, which is good news. Oh, we've got another little square there for a tomato plant. So let's pop that in there. And our handy lumberjack is chopping down this tree. There we go. So as soon as he's moved those logs, we can denote that for tomato fields as well. There we go. Lovely. Right, so tomato fields. And that's good timing because our farmers have just run out of things to do. Mary and Mary. So that's it. I'm going to sentence them to some hard labour in the quarry. That's your punishment. There we go. So they're just working on that stone for a minute. So how much stone do we need for a windmill? We need 6 stone and 11 planks. So we don't even have 11 planks yet, actually, do we? We need to get on that as well. Whew. I'm going to prioritise these little bits of field. And then as soon as one of these guys has built that, yeah, there we go. I'm going to now sack John Marr as a builder and employ him on the farm. So he can now fill in the gaps here. And then hopefully these flowering tomato plants will become tomatoes within the next 24 game hours. Let's see. Oh, we had another kid, didn't we? Oh! Oh no, Gabriel was our new kid. Oh, they've moved around again. They keep moving house. Gabriel is our new kid. He never has less than 4 bruises at a time. Cute. And then this is now got an empty space. Okay, that's fine. Do need to bear in mind that we've only got 1 empty space before we are full up again. And we need to consider building another house. Hey, look at that. We've got tomatoes growing now. Oh, so this is good. Our food crisis, I think, will be over now. I'm going to keep Benjamin employed at the foragers area because it's always good to have a good stock of oranges and mushrooms to fall back on. Just chance we have a rush on tomatoes. But that's good. We can keep stocks of that going. Oh, we've had another baby. We've had another baby. Eliza, I don't know. Okay, so we've now got 10 people in the village. I love we've still not made any progress at all to the objective, have we? I don't think I'm finishing this one today. Which is a shame because at the end of every objective there is a really cute cutscene that you get. And the cutscene for this one is everybody like celebrating the fact they've built this wondrous honour to bread and wood. Right, looks like the lumberjack's cabin has run out of things to do. That's what that exclamation mark means. So Caleb, I'm gonna take Caleb off of that and employ it in at the farm so that we can get some more fruit done. I'm gonna keep it there though because we can already see that there's some little baby trees growing back. So eventually we might want to use him as a lumberjacker again. And I think we need to start considering the fact that we're going to need another house, aren't we? Yeah. So, just a modest house. So, where are houses? Here we go. Where should we put this? Just like round the back there, maybe. Although, do we actually have any buildings? Oh, yeah, we do. We have Madeline. And I might as well, while she's got some spare time, might just invest in the road infrastructure as well. So it just makes things a bit quicker. Oh, no! No, we've had a baby and we've got nowhere to live! Hurry up, Madeline, get that house built. I'm going to build a road up here, and I'm actually going to build this road all the way up to the top of the map. Am I? Yeah, I am. And let's put a little dog leg on that there. And then I'm gonna earmark those two bits for deletion, and we'll make these an extension of the stockpile. So as I said earlier, it doesn't really matter that we've got a homeless person. It'll just bring the happiness down a little bit there. But I think Madeline is on it. She's going to have this house built in no time. Oh, well, by tomorrow. Let's prioritise that so she doesn't end up building a road instead tomorrow. A road's no good to a homeless person, is it? And then we need to get the sawmill up and running again, don't we? Because we won't be able to build a windmill. Oh, we've got 10 stone, actually. What do we need for windmill? 6 stone, 11 planks. Right, Mary off of quarry. You are now Mary off of sawmill. And let's hope that this building is built soonish. They're very slow at harvesting the tomatoes, aren't they? Oh, there we go. Finished building the modest house. So we now have housing capacity for 14 people, which the scenario does say keep the population under 14. So in theory, we shouldn't need any more housing. We've currently got 11 followers, 5 kids and 6 adults. So we could probably afford to have another baby or 2 born, and then we might have to declare the decree that I love. Hands off! No touching! Where we declare that they're not allowed to have babies. You know what I mean. This main road going through the town is going to be really handy as well for all these guys that are going up to work up there. That's good. Okay, at some point we're going to start running out of wood again, aren't we? So I wonder if I make another lumberjack's cabin on this side of the town. Lumberjack's cabin. Try and get as many of these trees in as possible, avoiding the area where the foragers are. Again, there's a bit of an overlap, but there's plenty of space there for the foragers, isn't there? So let's get these cut down. Again, I'm only building it at the moment. I'm not employing a lumberjack. I'll probably have to wait for some of the kids to grow up because we haven't really got many labourers at the moment. Okay, the main road, the super highway of whatever this place is called. It doesn't have a name, this place, actually, does it? It's Jebediah Town. Because Jebediah runs it. The Jebediah super highway is now built and spans the town. Right, let's do some forward planning. They've got the lumberjacks cabins going, so let's prioritise that. We need to think about where we're going to put a windmill. So it would make sense to put the windmill near the wheat field and near the bakery, because they obviously all interact with each other. So I'm going to pop a windmill here, I reckon, literally next door to the wheat field. So let's say yes to that. And I think this will work out perfectly, actually, because we've got a big pile of stone down here, so we've plenty of stone. So once the prioritised building of the lumberjack's cabin is done, we can come down here and get this built. I might put a stockpile down here, actually, for the wheat. And a bit of a road as well. Let's put the road in first. The road isn't necessary, but it just speeds things up a little bit. If we put it there, you kind of have to build your roads in like separate pieces, otherwise it like does its own little path finding that I don't always agree with. Like that. I don't want that. I want it to go up and then join up there. There we go. And then I'm going to put some more stockpile in this area. And that as well. Actually, don't put it there. Because we might, if we need it, we could put another windmill in here. And it needs that little square there free as an entrance, I think. Let's go for some more road as well. I just realised that we haven't connected this part of town up. Oops. And then there's the quarry down here. The quarry I'm not too fussed about. The quarry just deals with itself. There's no like day-to-day traffic going between the quarry and everywhere else. It's just for the builders. Oh, look, the wheat is growing! The wheat has grown. I think this is harvestable now. Oh, I love my little town. It's awesome. Jebediah Town, whatever we're calling it. I mean, it could be like Springfield. Maybe this is Springfield from The Simpsons. And he is Jebediah Springfield. He could be, couldn't he? A very serious man with some interesting ideas. The Wicker Bread Man sounds like a storyline out of The Simpsons, actually, doesn't it? Or maybe these are tobacco plants as well. Come to think of it, they do have a yellow tinge to them on the skin tone. No. If our next child is born and it's called Bart, then it's a definite shoo-in. No. Is the lumberjack's cabin done? No. Phew. We might need to think about redistributing the workers. Because we have only got 6 workers, haven't we? We've got 1 up in the foraging area. We've got 2 here on the farm. 1 here, so that's 4. 1 on the quarry and 1 as a builder. So yeah, we don't actually have that many workers. Oh, there we go. Lumberjack's cabin is done. Right, well, I'm not going to employ anybody in it just yet. I'm going to, because by default, I think when you build something, it opens a position. So I'm going to turn that off, and I will make it so that when our next child comes of age, I will put them in the lumberjacks building, because it would be good to clear some of this area, because we might want to put another bakery or maybe another farm in this area to speed things up a little bit. The thing you've got to think about, of course, we're doing alright for food at the moment. We've still got a good stash of mushrooms and oranges. We've got a nice growing stash of tomatoes as well. But as our population gets bigger, which we don't really want it to get much bigger, we are going to have to make sure we've got enough food to go around. So that is one thing to bear in mind. I love how slow the tomato pickers are. Right, things are going well here with the windmill, I think. Slowly but surely, our builder is building it. Tick prioritise to make sure they do that. Who's the builder at the moment? Is it Madeline? Yeah, Madeline. Come on, Madeline. Good evening to Russia Ball, who's watching this evening. Hello, my friend. This is a good day. It's a very good day. Friday's always a good day, isn't it? I like a good Friday. And what am I going to be doing with my weekend? Probably playing this all weekend. It's still in that little honeymoon phase. You ever have that with games where that you just kind of play them non-stop? Non-stop all the time. And I pretty much spent last weekend playing just this all weekend. It's kind of allowed at the moment, seeing as though we're not really allowed to go out. I'm living my life through Outlanders. goodness me, I'm just the speed at which these tomato pickers are going is just ridiculous. The foraging Benjamin is still at it, isn't he? He's still going there. How old is he now, though? He's 59. Getting on. We've got 10 planks of wood there. That's good. That'll keep us going. Sometimes it's just good to keep a constant stock of things. Like, we've got somebody who's just constantly churning out stone from the quarry. We've got somebody who's just constantly churning out wood, planks from there. It's good to just stockpile things. Because you never know. I might just want to build something. And all of a sudden I realise I need 10 pieces of stone. Well, now I'm going to have to spend ages in the quarry making the stone before I can build it. So it's quite handy that we've got all these things good to go. Oh, I can put another stockpile here. 2 little bits of room. I think this stockpile is going to get some good use when we start getting the wheat. Which it must be close to now, surely. I think they will... annoyingly, once they've picked all the tomatoes, they'll move on to picking all the wheat. Again, note to the developers. Hello, if you're watching. Can we make it so we can prioritize fields as well? Because I'd love it, and we'll keep an eye on it because they might do it. I'd love it if once they've finished doing all the tomato picking, I really want them to plant more tomato seeds before they move on to picking the wheat, because otherwise we're going to be waiting forever for them to grow some more tomatoes. Okay, we've had somebody's grown up. I'm going to employ them as a lumberjack. Oh, it's Karen! Oh, I remember the day when Karen was born. And now look at her, a fully fledged adult. Apparently talks to her reflection in the lake. I don't know how she does that. We don't have a lake. We've got a sea. I'm a bit worried about Karen. Okay, the windmill is looking good. We're not far off being able to grind some sweet wheat. You see, yeah, they've started doing the wheat, haven't they? See, I would prefer it if the farmers planted some more tomato seeds first. But I can't control that. It is out of my hands. Now, I have a feeling, because we've got 5 kids here, I have a feeling we went through a stage, didn't we, where we had a few days in-game where we had kids born like every other day. So I have a feeling that we'll get some more adults soon. I think next space to employ somebody will be on the farm again, just to speed up the farming aspect of things. And then somebody in the windmill. There we go, the windmill's done. So I'm just going to close that job opening at the moment. So this is the wheat being bundled up. All good. We'll get this, get these paths done. We can obviously click on individual stockpiles to see what they have at the moment. But if we click up in the top right up here, it just shows us the master stockpile, as it were. So food-wise, we've got a good combo of mushrooms, oranges, and tomatoes still. Stone is doing well. I don't think we'll need much more stone than that. 22. Because what do we use for stone? Windmills take 6. Bakeries take 10. You know what? I'm going to sack Mary from the quarry. Mary, thank you, my good lady. Thank you very much for your service. 61 years old. Her body is a temple. But there's no need for you at the quarry anymore. Where shall we put Mary then? I'm gonna whack her in the windmill. That sounds really wrong. Yeah, let's get her in the windmill and then prioritize this stockpile, and then Mary hopefully should start taking the bales of wheat and whack them in the windmill and convert them to flour, and then obviously, just like in real life, flour will make bread in the bakery. Aaron's just sent me 3 laughing emojis in the live chat. I know exactly which phrase. I know which exactly phrase that's about, yeah. Oh, I've gone. Goodness me. The other thing about this game, and I guess this is the same about a lot of kind of like city builder simulation games, you don't realise how much real life time has gone by. It's now 6:30 in real life, which means we've been playing this for over an hour, nearly an hour and a quarter. And I did say we weren't going to finish the whole game, didn't we? I mean, if we were to go for the whole thing, we've possibly got 3 times the length of what we're already doing. So we would be here come like 9 o'clock tonight. I ain't got that in me. I need some food at some point, and I'll probably get told off. Oh, Mary has made some sacks of flour. Well done, Mary. Good work. 2 sacks of flour. The tomato stocks are dwindling, aren't they, actually? See, this is why we should got some more tomato plants growing. We've got another adult that's grown into... No, we've got another kid that's grown into an adult. It's Mac! The kid that didn't want to grow up. He can work on our farm. And get that going. I love that noise. Oh, right, hang on. Madeline the Builder's going to run out of jobs soon, isn't she? So what should we get her to do next? She could get to work in the bakery, actually. Oh, no, actually. The job in hand, the wicker bread man. I totally forgot about him. We need 20 logs and 20 loaves of bread. So, actually, let's get a building that. And that's a good point, actually. I'm converting all of these logs into planks. But actually, Mary, calm it down, love. I think you'd be better off helping build the wicker bread man. So, yeah, oh, this is good. We need 20 logs, which we've got. So we just need to get on the bread. Which we will do. Again, as I say, I think we've got some more adults that are about to grow up to be kids. No, it doesn't work that way around, does it? I think we've got some more kids that are about to grow up to adults. So we'll, as soon as we get one of them, we'll whack one of those. Maybe one on the farm to speed things up here, and then another in the bakery to get the bread going. Bread in this scenario is obviously going to have 2 purposes. We can use it as food to feed our followers, or we can get the builders to build the wicker bread man with it. And it doesn't really matter which we use it for. Well, it will if we run out of food, I guess. I'm going to make an executive decision here that we don't need any more wood then. Karen, pop your axe down. She might as well join the farming group, hadn't she? Yeah. So how are they doing for progress here? So they've... Oh, wow. Heck. Madeline and Mary are like super builders. They've already built 11 out of 20 logs for the wicker bread man. So at the end of tomorrow, I guess that's going to be all the wood done for that. And then maybe, yeah, maybe we whack one of them in the bakery. Because the farm is full now. We can only put 4 people in the farm. So we can't make these guys work any faster. And in actual fact, there is going to become a point on the farm where these guys are all going to be redundant. Because as soon as they've planted the seeds, we just got to wait for it to grow. So we'll have to find some other jobs for them somewhere. We could maybe send some of them up to the foraging centre to give old Benjamin a hand. He can't keep up with the mushrooms, can he? Poor Benjamin. They grow faster than he can pick them. Probably not helped by the fact that the stockpile up by there is so full that he's having to like traipse right down here with them all. So maybe we'll get Mary and Madeline to just extend the stockpile a bit. Logs wise, just 1 more log required. So actually, I'm going to turn... Whoa, what? Oh, hang on, the camera does this every now and again. This is a bug. I'd like to report a bug. The camera just like goes off on a tangent like this, and I can never fix it. There we go. Hang on, what was I doing? I was turning the priority off for the Wicker Bread Man, wasn't I? Yeah, because it's nearly done. I'm going to prioritise the stockpile. And then I'm actually going to relieve probably Madeline, I think, because I think she's just delivered a log over there. I'm going to relieve Madeline of her duties at the builder's house. And let's get Madeline in the bakery. Oh, man. Because Mary, Windmill Mary, bless her. Look at her, she's a happy woman. She's been churning out the flour. We now have 11 bags of flour. So here we go. It's becoming bread now. So we can use the bread to feed our people, which is awesome. And then we're going to, as soon as these guys, probably by the end of the next day, or maybe even the middle of the next day, day 36, they'll have this this little patch of tomato field done, won't they? So we can probably pull some of the farmers out to go and either work in the windmill or the bakery as well. Oh, we've got kids grown into adults. It's all going on. Right, hang on. I think that's because Mary's redundant now. So let's throw Gabriel and Lisa, or Eliza, can go and work up there in the foraging unit. I love how I give that a different name every time. And then let's whack... Oh, Mary and Mary, they get on like a house on fire, so they can both work in the windmill for now. And then let's keep an eye on these guys sowing the seeds. Because as soon as those seeds are sown, of which they are now, we can sack them all from the farm. We might as well employ them. We'll whack 2 in the windmill. Caleb and Karen. We can only have 2 people in the bakery, so Madeline and Mac in the bakery. And then, I guess, we've got one person employed at the moment. Yeah, 1. I was gonna employ one as a builder, and use that builder to take bread to the Wicker Bread Man. But I think we need the bread more for food at the moment, until we've got more bread coming through. So we'll keep them there for now. But yeah, this is it really. I think we're pretty much kind of on the home stretch. We've kind of cracked the formula. We just got to churn the bread out and get it over here, which won't be hard at all. I think we're doing good on the situation of keeping the population under 14, aren't we? We haven't had any babies in ages, which is a blessing and a disgust. No, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, because as I say, we've got a bit of an aging population now. We've got quite a few people that are in their late 60s that aren't going to be with us for much longer. So that is one thing to just keep an eye out for. But yeah, things are moving swimmingly. But yeah, I think in terms of today's stream, I think we might leave it here, because, as I say, the ending is we build the Wicker Bread Man and success. Everybody is joyful and jubilant. But it will probably take us a couple of real life hours, which I haven't really got right now. So unfortunately, we will be leaving Jebediah and his followers for this evening. We probably won't be returning to them because, of course, in this Freeplay Friday segment, we play pretty much a different game every day, every week, even every Friday. So I generally just show off whatever I've been playing that week. Having said that, there's a good chance that this time next week I might still be playing this in my own time. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, I'm going to park it here today and let everybody just carry on their lives without my input. That'd be an interesting thing, wouldn't it? Anyway, right, that's it for today then. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you fancy this yourself, as I say, it's called Outlanders. It's available on Apple Arcade at the moment, so if you're a Mac user or an iPhone user or an iPad user, you can get it on all of those. You need an Apple Arcade subscription, but as I mentioned, sometimes if you buy a new device, which you might have bought, you might have got one at Christmas, you might get a free trial. Sometimes you get like a 3-month free trial, so use it and give it a go. Or another thing, actually, and I'm not trying to make this a big Apple advocacy video, but if you live in a family or a household, because this happened here actually, if you live in a household and you have a few people that subscribe to Apple things, check out their subscription packages, because you can actually save a bit of money and get some extra things if you look at some of their bundles. So we've just done that. We live in well, there's 2 people in this house. We both used to have a music subscription that we paid a tenner for each, and we paid for some iCloud storage for our phone backups and stuff, and then we realised that actually there's a package out there that gives us both music, gives us all the iCloud we need, and then it throws in the Apple Arcade, the TV, and I think something else as well. It throws something else in. Can't remember off the top of my head. But check them out. Check out the bundles. They're in the settings app on your phone or on your iPad. Go to settings, go to iCloud, and check out the, I think they're called Apple One. There you go. There's the hard sell. And if Apple are watching, I'll have a free month. Thank you for that. Right, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to sign out now and tell you what is coming up on the channel over the course of the next few days. So Freeplay Friday is done. Next up on the streaming schedule tomorrow is a playthrough of Paper Mario Color Splash, episode 30 tomorrow actually. We've been doing that pretty much since day one. So the weekend streams, I'd never promise a time for these. Just check them out on your subscription feed. You'll get a warning. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But they'll pop up at some point tomorrow when I've finished playing this and I've gone to the supermarket. On Sunday, it's Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Again, time TBC. Keep an eye on your subs feed. Monday is Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Usual Monday to Friday time of 5:15. Tuesday is the Zumbinis. And Wednesday is another round of, another play of Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which is good fun. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to tap that thumbs up, give it an almighty like before you go, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Turn on those notifications as well by tapping the bell, and then you'll get the alert every day just before we go live. As I say, usually Monday to Friday at 5:15, but at the weekend the streams are at different times. So I always say get subscribed, turn the notifications on, and then you'll get the alert for the weekend streams too. They might be at 5:15. They might be a little bit earlier. But do that, and that's the best thing for everybody, honestly. Right, that's Freeplay Friday done for another week. I'll have another one of these games, another random game for you that I've been playing in my own time next Friday at 5:15. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all the next time when I play games. Bye.